Congressman, thanks for sitting down with us.
Delighted to be sitting down with you.
We're marching today to dramatize to the nation, dramatize to the world, that hundreds and thousands of Negro citizens of Alabama, but particularly here in the Black Belt area, denied the right to vote.
So we're in the new version of Pascal's. Take us back to civil rights days. You, Dr. King, Ralph Abernathy, when you guys would get together at Pascal's and talk about next steps in your movement, set the scene for me.
Well, Pascal's, old Pascal's, was the meeting place. It was, some of us call it the Pascal's precinct. Some of the great decision was made at Pascal's. Whether to participate in the march from Selma to Montgomery, we made at Pascal's. To plan the march on Washington, we met at Pascal's.
Did Martin Luther King have a signature meal that he always ordered?
Well, Dr. King loved Southern food. You had the fried chicken, you had the smothered chicken, barbecue ribs. He loved all food. He loved to eat. I remember on one occasion when we were traveling through the South, and he said, let's stop and get something to eat. If we get arrested and go to jail, we were going to full stomach. See, I'm leaving the fried chicken for you today.
I'm guessing that it wasn't too often that you ordered salmon at that old Pascal's.
No, at the old Pascal's, we never had salmon.
I went back and looked at your speech at the March on Washington. I believe you were 23 years old?
I was 23 years old, I had all of my hair, and I was a few pounds lighter.
Yeah. You were talking about how the movement didn't really have a political party.
But what political leader can stand up and say, my party is a party of principles? For the party of Kennedy is also the party of Islam.
The party of Javits is also the party of Goldwater. We have much more clarity between the parties these days. We're much more polarized. Is that better? Is that progress?
Well, we made progress. That cannot be denied. We came together. It was a coalition of conscience. So the question is whether we can rebuild that coalition of conscience within the Congress, within the larger American community.
You said that politicians live in a world that's defined by immoral compromises. You can hear the exact same thing from members of the Tea Party today. They say that their leaders are compromising with Democrats and selling them out, that politics is immoral, not delivering from them. Do you identify at all with those Tea Party Republicans who have much different politics from you, but how they feel? I
understand their feeling, and I think we should recognize people's attitudes, their feelings, but I don't agree with them. We come from two different worlds, but we must not give up. We must continue to work and try to move toward what we call in the civil rights movement, the building of the beloved community.
We've got to make it easier to vote, not harder. We need to modernize it for the way we live now.
The current chapter of the voting rights debate, do you see it with the same black and white clarity that we look back on 63 and 65 and say it was very clear, right and wrong was very clear?
Oh, I do, because I think even today, people don't want all of these people participating. They don't want low-income people. They don't want students, people of color. We got to open up the process and let everybody come in.
And what about the argument that you hear that opens the door to fraud, that opens the door to people voting who shouldn't be voting?
It's unfounded fear. We shouldn't be afraid. Open up the process and let everybody participate. One man, one vote. We shouldn't be afraid of the American people. We should embrace the changes for the future.
Congressman, thanks so much for doing this.
Well, thank you, sir.
Great pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Hey YouTube fans, I'm Landon Downey from CNBC. Thanks so much for checking out our channel. Here you'll find videos packed with all the info that you need to be smarter about your finances. Be sure and subscribe by clicking right here, and click on all the videos around me to see CNBC's original series Young Money, Tech Bet, Kramer's Mad Money, and all the latest from CNBC.